Well,
There it goes. It's
no one
recording.
actually
Okay,
currently
finally.
knows what dark matter.
I'm having so many technical issues. If you watch the TikTok video that I made, it's this is the same video that I was looking at, but the I recorded it's farther into the video. Like this is I had to go back so I could get a steady. I'm not gonna go back too far because I've already reacted to it, and I wanted to get somewhat of a genuine reaction, but I'm having so many issues. I still need to work on this. So if the general flow of this video does not make sense, that's why I'm still working on it. What do you think? I'll get it working. Crap, I was about to hit J.
Matter is, so there's not going to be a good answer to this one. But dark matter is it's a really interesting thing. So let me just briefly explain some stuff about it if you didn't know. It's meant to make up about 85% of the universe, this dark matter, right? And we currently can't see it. It's just inferred. We can infer that it exists. We see its influence via gravity. It has a gravitational influence, especially in galaxies. A cool piece of evidence for the existence of this dark matter is actually the orbital velocity of the outer rims of spiral galaxies. So on the edges of spiral galaxies, the orbital velocity should slow down. So at the center, it's very quick, and further out, it should be much slower because there's less gravitational influence, right? Just like with our solar system, the outer planets are actually orbiting much slower than the inner planets. But that's not what we find. It's actually pretty constant. So that would only work if there was a lot of mass, a lot of matter sitting out there, which we currently don't see. So we infer the existence of some kind of matter out there, and that's why we call it dark. It doesn't interact with the electromagnetic field. We can't see it with our eyes, right? Or with any of our machines. That's where the idea of a dark matter halo comes from. So this halo of dark matter surrounding the galaxy. We have actually found galaxies where we think there is no dark matter, but yeah, it's a very interesting thing. We have no idea what this dark matter stuff is. We can only infer its existence by looking at stars and the motions of things. We can see that there should be more matter there. So this dark matter stuff might not even be real. We just might have everything wrong, and this dark matter stuff might not even exist. But
okay, I haven't seen this episode of Rick and Morty, but watch Rick have an answer to how to concentrate dark matter. Like, there's only we don't even know for sure that dark matter exists, but Rick is probably gonna come out with like an answer. It's like stuff like you should learn, and he's gonna pretend like the answer to it is like something you would learn in like third grade science or something. Sorry, I had to figure out how to phrase that. But yeah. So let's continue.
it probably does. There's been many times in the past where we've inferred the existence of a particle, and it turns out to be true. Just like antimatter, neutrinos, there's countless examples of this, where we looked at the math, or just science.
In history, they did the same thing with atoms. That they kind of just inferred and tried to make an educated guess. And nowadays, we're able to do tests, and we know that atoms do exist. Same thing with compound particles. I think that's the right word for it. By compound particles, I mean like each compound atoms. That's what it is. I think when two atoms form together to make a compound, would it just be called? I'll call it a compound particle for now. You know what I mean. Sorry about the extra noise. That's my water bottle, and then the heat's on right now for some odd reason. Even though like there's two people home and one person's Doesn't even care about the heat. So if you hear like a weird wind flow around me, that's what that heating system's going.
Scientific evidence and infer the existence of particles, and later on we found them.
The fuel for accelerated space travel. Now, do you know how to make it?
Come on, Morty. Isn't your grandpa, like, a scientist?
Oh, yeah, but, he told me that I shouldn't go around spouting off about, his science and stuff.
I bet you've seen him make concentrated dark.
Take a break time. You can do this.
How did this happen? Where's the abductions department?
Hey, man, abductions just follows
These
the
simulators are pretty cool. So how long do you think it'll be until we're roaming around in our virtual reality, super simulation? Let me know down in the comments. 10 years, 50 years, who knows?
What does he mean by virtual reality simulations? Realistically, I'd say 10 to 15 years. A lot less if we had like a legitimate reason for it. Kind of like with how like cryogenic technology is going right now. It's not really, there's not much funding for it, so they're kind of just doing it like a side project. Like most scientists just work on that type of stuff for side projects because there's no real necessity for it, except for those like scientists that have dedicated their life to stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really know. I need to stop making commentary. Just note, most of the commentary and stuff I'm saying is basically a somewhat educated guess off of the information that I know. Nothing I say could, like, some of the stuff I could say could be true, some, like, none of it could be. I don't know. But, let's go back to the video. I'm making way too much commentary because this video's already at 6 minutes and only 4 minutes.
order.
Don't put this on acquisitions! We only acquire humans that haven't been simulated!
Well, simulations doesn't simulate anybody that's been abducted, so... Oh, I see. Oh, it was no one's fault. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well then, problem solved. Oh, wait. No, there's still another human in here. Who is he?
Rick's son-in-law, Jerry Smith. So far, he hasn't noticed he's in a simulation.
Well, cap his sector at 5% processing, keep his settings on auto, and we'll deal with him later. Rick Sanchez is the target.
Gotta relax. It's just a pitch. Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio. And now here's the human music.
Human music. I like it.
What is that, like, instrumental, like, techno instrumental? Is that what that is? Of course Jerry, of all the characters, would not notice. All I gotta say is, does anyone have a radio that functions like that? Because it looked like he just, let me go back.
The target.
Gotta relax. It's just a pitch. Gotta relax.
Yeah, it looks like he's pressing in on the nozzle instead of turning it, unless he's doing like some weird... No, he doesn't move his finger.
This is...
Yeah, it looks like he's just pressing in on a button. That doesn't make sense. Is it just one of those things that's like inaccurate because he's supposed to be in a simulation, or does anyone have a radio where like you can press the button and it just goes through the channels, or you can just hold it? Like the radio I have in my room is like an alarm clock and radio combined, and you have to press that thing every click is like a different channel. So if yours is different, or you've seen a radio that you can press and hold and it'll slide through the channels, the different radio channels, tell me.
Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
Oh God.
This Christmas, let's show the world that even in one of the darkest years of our lives, the light of hope still shines bright.
Human music. I like it.
That's fantastic.
Spencer, Morty, she's an idiot. All right, there. What about that, Morty? Okay, you got me on that one. Oh, really, Morty? Are you sure you haven't seen that somewhere in real life before? No, I haven't seen that. I mean, why would a Pop-Tart want to live inside a toaster, Rick? I mean, that would be like the scariest place for them to live. You know what I mean? You're missing the point, Morty. Why would you drive a smaller toaster with wheels? I mean, does your car look like a smaller version of your house? No. So, why are they doing this? Well, what do they want? Well, that would be obvious to you, Morty, if you'd been paying attention.
We've got the President of the United States in here. We need 10 cc's of concentrated dark matter stat or you'll die.
Concentrated dark matter? They were asking about that in class. Yeah, it's a special fuel I invented to travel through space faster than anybody else. These Nigerians are always trying to scam me out of my secrets, but they made a big mistake this time, Morty. They dragged you into this. Now they're gonna pay. What are we gonna do? We're gonna scam the scammers, Morty, and we're gonna take them for everything they've got.
You're welcome.
Hey, I just sold my first pitch. Slow down.
Looking good.
My man.
Hello.
Guess who just sold the Apples campaign?
Who just sold the Apples campaign?
Me. I guess it wasn't a ripoff of Got Milk after all. Guess someone was wrong.
They have a tendency to make me really nervous. Morty, relax. It's just a bunch of ones and zeros out there. You're gonna be fine. Just follow my lead. Yo, DJ, drop
You
that
ever thought
beat.
about the simulation theory? What do you guys think? Are we living in a simulation? Let me know down in the comments. I think it is very possible that we are.
If we're in a simulation, whoever is running the simulation, they got issues. Just from 2020 alone, they got mental issues. I don't know. Because also, I don't think that'd be actually possible. Like, you know how fast the simulation would have to be going relative to their timeline, like their time, for them to be able to live, to watch all the way through this simulation. Unless they're sitting there like several generations are watching the simulation down in a row and recording it. Because the Earth has been around for millions of years. Meaning, if they were whatever being was to watch this entire simulation, it would have to, like, they'd have to be millions of years old. At least, like, the Earth's, say, about 40 million years at least. Right? They'll pay attention to me. I can't keep track of time. The Earth is supposed to be like 64 million years old. Yeah, so it'd probably have to be at least 64.5 or 64.0000001, something like that. You get my point. So the most realistic possibility we'd basically have to be on a time lapse, to where like 1 year for us would probably be like a nanosecond for them, something like that. That way, like a million years would be like maybe a month or so for them. That's not very accurate with the 1 year per nanosecond thing, but you get my point. So I don't know if it'd be possible. It could be. There could be stuff that we don't know. but why would they want to create, somebody would want to create a simulation of Earth? Especially one that's going as bad as our world is going. Because the way it's going, we might not even survive long enough to get off of the planet. Like to travel to Mars and stuff. So, who knows?
I like that theory. So, yeah, maybe if they mention it again, we can talk about it a bit more.
I think I'm ranting too much.
This crowd looks too small for one of our famous rap concerts. I don't think we can perform our new song, The Recipe for Concentrated Dark Matter, for a crowd this tiny.
You got that right, Rick!
Now that's more like it.
Well, what's this? What could this possibly be? Because it looks like you're inside a simulation. Inside a simulation. You're still on the ship. Game day, bucket, go, boom.
Sir, the, doc...
Could you really turn gravity off? Possibly. If you knew how it worked.
Man up, Jerry. I may need you to work the lasers.
I like lasers. You know, laser is an acronym. Laser light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Gas is very clear.
Hot on our tail, Rick! I guess they really do have concentrated dark matter. But you know how to make it too, right, Rick? Yeah. Check the engine room. We just need cesium, plutonic quarks, and bottled water.
Cesium is an element. Cesium-133 is actually used to measure time. So, did you know 1 second? Like, where do we get 1 second from? What is the measurement? What is it 1 second based on? Well,
everybody knows that Zoom has blown up.
Another ad, really?
I'm sure a lot of people have probably made money by...
It's actually has something to do with this cesium-133 atom. It's 9 billion periods.
When hit with a laser, the single electron in a cesium atom, I carried that. Cycle back and carried that either. Two states known as hyperfine translation. It could be magnetic alloy, either in the same direction as the atom's nucleus or the opposite direction. And under a laser beams, it will flip back and forth between these two states rapidly as a rate that never changes. Right. Yeah, the reason I can't read a section near the top is the bar that shows that I'm recording covers those words. I don't know if I can move it. I don't really want to try to move it during a video, because I might screw something up and end up having to redo this entire video. So I'm leaving it for now.
Of radiation that's flickering between these hyperfine energy levels of cesium-133. Yes, 9 billion. That's what 1 second is. It's very accurate. It's always the same.
By isolating and cooling cesium atoms to near, researchers can measure each and every flip by the pulse of electromagnetic radiation it gives off. We simply count how many flips occur within 1 isomorphous second, the previous standard second, and a better measure of time was born.
So, yeah, now you know that. It's important here to realize that we're not really intending to define time. We're just trying to establish the mechanisms by which we measure its flow. So what I'm trying to say is that time isn't created by us. It's this inherent thing in the universe. So I know a lot of people out there think that we've invented time. And I think it's pretty clear that that's not the case. A lot of people out there might argue that our brain is just hallucinating time and our reality.
Time is a concept that humans are trying to define. We're trying to define what time is, but we did not invent it. We discovered it, but we did not invent it.
Reality. And yes, whilst it is, we have, 7 billion other people who are also hallucinating this time and this reality. And that's what science is, right? It's a collective ambition, and we all perform experiments and we verify each other's experiments. And it's been done to death, right? And so you can sort of safely guess that if everybody is experiencing, the same experiences of time, well then it probably is happening in objective reality. And whilst yes, you can never really be 100% sure, it's not all just in your head and you're hallucinating this whole thing and you're in this simulation.
Sorry if you can hear, you just heard my piece move. My ears, the earpiece that I'm wearing that has the microphone on it is killing me. So I've been wearing it for like an hour.
And it's all about you, well, you got to put your apple somewhere, don't you? And I'm sure most of you have already heard of what a quark is. It's a fundamental particle. So it's what we think protons and neutrons are made up of. We've never actually observed them. They're extremely small. And they might not even be the most fundamental thing. They could be also made up of smaller things. But that's currently where we're at. Alright, that was quite a tangent. Let's get back to the episode.
Oh, it's all here, Rick! Wow, Morty, lucky break. Grab that bucket. Okay, 2 parts plutonic quarks, 1 part cesium. Okay, Alright, now empty the water bottle into the bucket and pour it all into the fuel tank so we can get the hell out of here. What are you doing, Morty? There's no time! Oh, no. What the? No!
Oh my god, Rick. How dumb are you? A simulation of a simulation inside another giant simulation. We never had the recipe for concentrated dark matter, but...
Hey, come on down to our flagship store. We have the best deals on refrigerators, microwaves, gas ranges, and grills. And if you're looking for
It's an ad you can't skip. Don't you just love those? Especially when you're trying to film a freaking YouTube video.
We do now! We do now, sucker!
You simulated my grandson's genitalia? You bunch of diabolical sons of bitches!
Kevin fought real hard to supervise that project.
You said you weren't gonna tell anyone! I'm never gonna live this down.
Alright, great, wonderful. You win. Can we go home now?
I don't know. Can you?
Ha! Nice. Okay. Show this gullible turd to a shuttle. I'm done with him. Oh, wait. Let me get a picture. Oh, look at his face. He's trying to figure out if he's in a simulation still. Are you, Rick? Are you? You're not. Or are you?
Hey, Jerry, don't worry about it. So what if the most meaningful day of your life was a simulation operating at minimum capacity?
You know what, Rick? Those guys took you for a ride, too. You should try having a little respect for the dummies of the universe, now that you're one of us.
Maybe you're right, Jerry. Maybe you're right.
Alright, everybody. 2 parts plutonic quartz, 1 part cesium. And listen, I'm sorry for yelling earlier. I couldn't ask for a better step. I love you guys, and I love all your families. And the final ingredient?
Wow! What the hell? What happened back there?
Why don't you ask the smartest people in the universe, Jerry? Oh yeah, you can't. They blew up.
Oh, jeez, where's my mouse? Nope. Okay, so it was obvious that was gonna make a bomb as soon as he said it. because all you can think about is adding water at the end, and that's pretty much how you know that it's pretty much how you know that it was gonna make something either explosive or it's gonna do something really odd. Yeah, here's a fun fact: if it has the word concentrated in it, it most likely will not have you add water to the recipe, because water would dilute, however you say that, whatever you're putting it in, meaning it'd be less concentrated. But that's just my opinion. So, if you liked the video, I'm gonna do more. There's 3 more Physicist Reacts videos on my screen right now. I might do this one. Looks pretty odd. And if you're watching this before Christmas time, I'm going to be doing a special Christmas video where it's gonna be my longest video yet. I'm gonna go as long as possible. So I might get it up to like 45 minutes to an hour long video. But I'm basically going to be listening to Christmas music, watching Christmas related videos, and I'll be making a list of everything I'm gonna watch for a video, and I'll have that planned out. If you're watching before, let's say December 10th, you can comment down below any Christmas related videos you would like me to watch, and I won't, if you want me to react to it, I won't like quite watch it. I'll go into the video, look at the comments and the description and see it, and look at some of the other videos that's made by that creator, just to get a general theme of whether I'd be okay reacting to that video or not. But anyways, I'm sorry about talking so much. This is I'm trying to get as much information out as possible, so I don't have to do separate video. And go ahead and like if you liked the video. I think I already said that. I don't know. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Have a good day.